Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to explore portfolio optimization using Excel's powerful built-in function and data analysis tools. Managing your investment wisely has become more crucial than ever. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just starting your financial journey, the concept of portfolio optimization is a game changer. Portfolio optimization is all about maximizing your returns while minimizing risk in your investment or achieve a balance between the two. To do that, we're going to use first asset selection. We're going to choose mix of assets and then we're going to calculate the expected return and then do risk assessment and do correlation analysis by adding constraints. And then we're going to use a mathematical optimization technique to find the ideal allocation of assets in the portfolio using data analysis in Excel. So let's get started. For asset selection, I'm gonna choose the following company: Apple, JP Morgan, Johnson Johnson, Amazon, and Exxon. Then I download the historical data from January 2016 until August 8, 2023. This is a weekly data, and I calculate the weekly returns for each asset by taking the weekly closing price and compare to the previous week. The first crucial step is to set up a variance covariance matrix. To do that, click on Data, Data Analysis, and choose Covariance. Click OK. In the input range, select the entire table without the date. Click right here, Control Shift right arrow, down arrow to select the entire table. Make sure this is clicked column and check this box, labels in the first row. For output range, click right here. I1. Click OK. So this is the variance covariance matrix. I'm gonna need to format this one, so I'm gonna make it 12, and this is gonna have 5 decimals. I'm gonna widen the column. I'm gonna format the column as well. Now I need to fill the empty cells right here. The easy way is to copy this, right click, copy, and I'm gonna use it here for temporary. Right click, paste special, value and number format, transpose. Click OK. And then while I have the matrix here highlighted, right click again, copy, and go back to the original matrix, right click, paste special, values and number formats, skip blanks, and then click OK. Now I fill the missing cell. Now I'm going to delete this one. I don't need it anymore. Next, I want to calculate the expected return for each stock, standard deviation, and I'm going to set up a random weight for the portfolio. So in this cell here, type expected return, standard deviation, and weight. And right here, I'm going to need the label. So I'm going to use the equal sign and use this one. Click on the lower right corner and drag the formula to the right. So expected return for Apple, click right here and then equal sign. I'm going to use average function. Type AVE, and once you see the average formula highlighted, and click tab, and then click right here, Control Shift down arrow to select the entire column and hit enter. I'm gonna need to format this one to percentage with 2 decimals. Point to lower right corner and drag to calculate the average expected return for the rest of the companies. Click right here by JP Morgan and hit Alt MP. Now you check now I'm checking the formula looking at the right column. To remove the arrow, hit LMAA. Standard deviation. Click right here and type equal sign STD and choose the stdev.s sample size. Hit tab and again go to Apple. Click right here, Control Shift down arrow to select the entire column and hit enter. And I'm going to format this one as well to percentage with 2 decimals. Point to the lower right corner of the cell and drag to the right to calculate the standard deviation for the rest of the company. Click right here and hold Alt MP. So formula looking at the right column. To remove the arrow, hit Alt MAA. For the weight, since I have 5 companies and the total weight in the portfolio should be equal 100, so each should get 20% of each company at the beginning. So 20% and hit Control Enter. Right here, I'm going to calculate the sum of weight. So right here, hit L equal, hit Enter. Next, I want to calculate the portfolio return, portfolio risk, portfolio standard deviation, and I'm going to add the risk-free and Sharpe ratio. So right here, I'm going to calculate the portfolio return, and the next one, portfolio risk, and the next, portfolio standard deviation. And right here, I'm going to have risk-free and Sharpe ratio. For portfolio return, I'm going to use the sum product function, highlight the expected return, comma, highlight the weight, close parentheses, and hit enter. For the portfolio risk, I'm going to use matrix multiplication function, hit MMULT, open parentheses, and again MMULT, select the weight, comma, select the variance covariance matrix, close parentheses, and we're going to add the second array for the first matrix multiplication, comma. This time we need to transpose the weight. So hit trans, hit tab, and you highlight the weight again. Close parentheses on the second multiplication, close parentheses on the first matrix multiplication. This function required special keyboard stroke. Hit Control, Shift, Enter. If you see here at the formula bar that Excel add a curly bracket around this function to tell you that this is array function. This portfolio standard deviation is basically square root of the portfolio risk. Hit equal sign, SQRT, and then go up one arrow, close parentheses, and hit enter. I'm going to format this one as well for a percentage with two decimals. For risk-free, I'm going to use 5% for risk-free. To calculate Sharpe ratio, hit equal sign, open parentheses, portfolio return minus risk-free, close parentheses, and divided by standard deviation. Now I'm ready to use a mathematical technique to either maximize Sharpe ratio or minimize portfolio standard deviation. First, I'm going to go with the maximizing Sharpe ratio. Go to Data, Solver, and in the Solver dialog box, we're going to set the objective. The objective is to maximize Sharpe ratio. So click right here and point to the cell where it's showing Sharpe ratio. Click maximize. By changing variables, we're going to change the weight on the portfolio. And the constraints, we're going to have only one constraint. Click add. We're going to make sure that this one is equal to 100%. Click OK to go back to the solver dialog box and make sure that this box is checked in. When you check in this one, you are telling solver that do not engage in a short selling. You don't want to see negative weight on your portfolio. This makes sure all the variables are positive, zero or positive number. Click solve. You will get a message like this, solve a result, found solution, click OK. So here's the solution. To maximize the Sharpe ratio, it says 70% on Apple, 16% on Amazon, 0% on both Exxon and Johnson & Johnson, and 14% on JP Morgan. So I'm just going to type max right here and copy this one so we can compare it with the other result. Right click here, paste special, values and number format. Hit escape. Now we want to minimize the portfolio standard deviation. Go to data, solver, and at this point we are just going to change the objective right here and click on minimize and keep the other unchanged. Hit solve. Solver found solution, click OK. So if you want to minimize the risk in your portfolio, this is the weight on the portfolio. And you can compare This is the result if you want to minimize the risk, and this is the result if you want to maximize Sharpe ratio. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative, entertaining, or maybe helpful. Feel free to leave any comment below with your thoughts, question, or suggestion for future videos. Have a nice day.